Hello and welcome to everybody. Today I am setting off on my next long solo motorcycle trip. This trip I am going from Mumbai to Ooty. And on the road I am taking a small detour to visit Mahabaleshwar, one of the famous hill stations in Maharashtra. I am not leaving from Mumbai city per se, but just outside it from Navi Mumbai. To reach Mahabaleshwar, there are in fact two routes. One is the route you head in the direction of Pune and you reach a place called Khandala, take a right turn there and reach Mahabaleshwar. That route, the distance is about 250 kilometers, and most part of that route you get a good highway. The other route is through the Konkan region of Maharashtra. And even though that route is also a highway, it is not as good as the route through Pune. This route I would say is the less preferred option for many travelers because the highway, as I said, is not good as the other one, but I choose this route because I was hoping there would be less traffic, less pollution and dust. Meanwhile, another thing, see the railway track on the left side down below. That is the track taking you to JNPT, the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. So that is for the container movement to and from the port. So I was saying about the route that I took, and this route is the Konkan route through which the Konkan train passes through. So you get Roha, Khed, Chiplun and all those places when you go on this route. I had done several rides through this road, but that was like a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years back, and at that time I thought this road was much better than the other one going through Pune. But this time the things are a bit different because this route is also getting expanded. This route is also getting expanded, straightened out, 4-laned, and is now getting all the typical characteristics of a highway. Recently I have been trying to avoid large highways and trying to find internal routes. Now looking from a distance I thought this was some kind of a forest fire, but this is not when seeing from here. Now there is this concept or this phenomena or this practice called stubble burning, mostly in North India. And in my understanding or in my knowledge, the Supreme Court has banned it, at least in the northern parts of the country like in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and all that, because this contributes to air pollution, or it is said to contribute to air pollution, particularly in the Delhi area. It is done after harvesting the crop to remove the remains from the field and to prepare the field for the next cultivation or the next crop. But I'm not sure if that was stubble burning or some kind of forest fire, because in my understanding those practices are mainly in the northern areas like I said, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and all that. I haven't heard about such things being done in Maharashtra, but probably it is a regular traditional practice followed by farmers, so it could be here as well. And the other thing is that I saw similar crop burning or fields being burned while going forward in some areas ahead, and this is in fact the end of the harvest season. This trip I am doing at the end of March, towards the end of March after Holi, so it could be stubble burning. Now from here, if you take a left, you reach the expressway which goes from Mumbai to Pune, but two-wheelers are not allowed on that expressway. So even if I had taken that Pune expressway, the route through Pune, I would not have been able to go through that highway, the Pune expressway highway, because that is only for four-wheelers. Two-wheelers are not allowed on that road. The last time when I took this route, the road was something like this, just 2 lanes, not much traffic, and so less pollution, dust, noise and congestion, which gives you a good riding experience. Also, most of the parts or both sides of this route are village areas, not very large towns or cities. So what I hoped was a good riding experience through this road, but unfortunately this road is also being converted to a highway, possibly because of increase in traffic. Now I have taken these two routes, and these two routes are on both sides of the Western Ghats. One thing I noticed about these two roads is that the one on the eastern side, that is one going through Pune, has a lot of industrial areas, industrial clusters. I'm not saying that there are no industries here. In fact, there is one just about here. This is Maharashtra Seamless, which manufactures seamless pipes for industries like oil exploration. And there are, going forward, I think there is an integrated steel plant by Jindal if you reach Ratnagiri. So there are industrial areas here, but in my opinion, most of the industries are concentrated towards the east of the Western Ghats. That is, when you go from Pune. Pune is a major industrial hub. Then there is Satara, Sangli, Kolhapur, which is also major industrial hub. So in my opinion, the traffic through those places is a bit more heavy vehicle traffic. So a lot of goods movement happening on that road, and that is one reason for me to avoid that road, because heavy goods movement through trucks, lorries and all that creates congestion, as well as a lot of pollution, dust, noise. So traditionally this route has less traffic, and another reason for the less traffic in this route is that the Western Ghats, which runs all the way from Mumbai to Kerala, acts as a natural barrier to go from one place to another. So if you're going on this road, if you want to go to Pune or to Satara or to Kolhapur or even to places in Karnataka like Hubli, Dharwad and all the way to Bangalore, you have to cross the Western Ghats, and that is acting as a natural barrier. So you have to climb the hills, which takes some time because it is guard roads, then get down and get on to the next highway and find the route. So in my opinion, this route is a much preferred option if you are going all the way to south, where if you want to have less traffic. Now this is what I said before, and this is in fact stubble burning itself. There is no doubt about it. Here you can see entire fields on fire, and it is deliberate. It has been put on fire. It is not accident but by design. And I think this is also a traditional practice, because going forward also I have seen fields on fire or completely burned out. So what they are doing is trying to prepare the fields for the next crop. And obviously you can see a lot of smoke rising from the fire, and that in fact contributes to pollution and actually negates my objective of coming through this, because I was thinking it would be less polluted, less dust and all that, but that is not the case because of just this. There is some evidence to indicate that this kind of stubble burning contributes to air pollution, but there is also other things like this has been a traditional practice followed by farmers, I think, not only in India but in other parts of the world. So just to say that that contributes to air pollution and it has to be stopped is something like saying the vehicle movement, like we go from one place to another, we take a vehicle, and that contributes to air pollution because a lot of carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, so you have to stop all vehicle traffic. That would be disastrous for us, to the economy in general, and similar would be the case of farmers. If you stop stubble burning, they will have to shell out more money to prepare the crop for to prepare the field for the next crop. Anyway, I'm not sure if it is just banned either in the northern areas of the country like UP, Punjab, or government has instituted some new methods helping hand to the farmers to demotivate them from stubble burning. At about this place, I think I have covered 70% of the total distance of the ride. From Mumbai to Mahabaleshwar, I think it is about 200 to 220 kilometers on this route. And just about here, I think this place is called Mahad. And the roads on these places are similar to my initial expectations. Not much traffic, very less dust and pollution. And so the ride is getting much more enjoyable from just about here. Now, even if I have covered 70% of the distance, the time required from here onwards is slightly more, because to reach Mahabaleshwar we have to climb the hills, the Sahyadri mountain ranges, because Mahabaleshwar is a hill station. You of course have to climb the hills, and that takes much more time than going through these open, long, straight highways. By the way, this route is called NH66 and it was previously the NH17. I started this ride after 5 days after Holi celebration, Holi festival, but people here are still covered in colors. And the reason for that is because of the difference between Holi celebrations from North India and in Maharashtra. I think in Maharashtra, especially towards the southern parts of Maharashtra, Holi is called Shimga or Rang Panchami. So there is a difference in the nature of the celebrations. People of Maharashtra play with the colors on the fifth day of the festival, or the Rang Panchami, and so that is a 5-day festival rather than a 1-day festival usually found in the northern areas of the country. From just about here, this is Poladpur. Here we take a diversion. There is a statue of Chatrapati Shivaji here. So you take a diversion, you leave the NH66 or the previous NH17, and from here it is a road to Mahabaleshwar. On the left side is the Savitri river. There is not much water in it because it is March, it is the start of the summer season. Mahabaleshwar is a top tourist destination and a hill station in Maharashtra on the Sahyadri mountain ranges or the Western Ghats. Similar to any other location, Mahabaleshwar also has its characteristics, nature, unique features, and all that. And one of the interesting things about this place is that the Krishna river, which flows through Maharashtra, then to Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and probably through Karnataka, is starting from Mahabaleshwar, or its origin is in Mahabaleshwar. The other thing is that being a hill station, it has a slightly colder climate than the rest of Maharashtra, and this climatic condition is much suitable for the strawberry cultivation. In fact, when I was there, I saw a lot of big strawberry farms there, and one of the persons I talked to said that almost 80% of the strawberries cultivated in India, produced in India, are from Mahabaleshwar. And for that reason, the strawberries from Mahabaleshwar has received a geographical indication tag, or a GI tag. This GI tag is a difficult thing to obtain. It's kind of a certification indicating that that particular product is from a particular location, a destination. It has certain unique features or characteristics. It is cultivated or manufactured with certain traditional methods and all that. So there is some uniqueness about the strawberries of Mahabaleshwar. If you look at the history of Mahabaleshwar, there is talk about or mention about local kingdoms, fiefdoms, and kings from this place from the 12th century onwards. But most of the legends and stories of Mahabaleshwar is connected to Chatrapati Shivaji, who was originally from somewhere around here, who established a kingdom from this place, from Raigad, initially as the capital, then expanded the Maratha Empire. In fact, one of the most important places or historical places connected with Chatrapati Shivaji and the Maratha Empire is in Mahabaleshwar. It is the Pratapgarh fort, where an important event took place, a war between Maratha forces and the forces of Bijapur country somewhere around the 16th century, which led to the expansion of the Maratha Empire. That fort, the Pratapgarh fort, lies on this route. That is, when you're going on this route, first you take a detour, a diversion from this route to reach the Pratapgarh fort, and that is one tourist place you should visit, you must visit when going to Mahabaleshwar. And one of the reasons for me to take this route is that you go to that fort. But unfortunately for me, I reached the place slightly late because I was going very slow, so I could not see the entire fort. I went to the fort, I saw the places, but I could not spend too much time over there. The other things about Mahabaleshwar is its climate. I think it is mostly uniform throughout the year. Not much cold during the winter, probably about 15 to 20 degrees Celsius on an average, and during the summer it might be about 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. So almost throughout the year you can visit the place. But I think the best season or the best time to visit Mahabaleshwar would be during the monsoons or just after the monsoons, because when you come during the monsoons, all these places which looks barren, like dry, not much grass or green cover, would have much more greenery. And that I experienced in most of my rides when going through these Western Ghats. In fact, I did a long ride this year in 2019 when I started from Madikeri or Coorg in Karnataka, and I went all the way to Ratnagiri throughout the Western Ghat areas. So there are a lot of places on Western Ghats, a lot of waterfalls on Western Ghats, and monsoon ride through Western Ghats is a very enjoyable experience. it was a memorable experience for me. So those vlogs are will be coming up in later videos of mine. But for now, Mahabaleshwar, to talk about coming to Mahabaleshwar, you can come at any point of time because the climate is good. But the best time would be after the monsoon. You can see much more greenery on all these places. After taking the detour from Poladpur from the NH66, we have almost covered the entire part of the hill climb, the mountain ranges. We have reached almost the hilltop. This is about 25 kilometers from Poladpur, and it is at this place that you again take another detour. A right turn from here will lead you to Pratapgarh Fort. Now, this is a must-visit place because it has historical importance, not just for the place but for the Maratha Empire, about the history of Maratha Empire, the rise of King Shivaji to Chatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, some of the events that led to the creation of the large Maratha Empire took place somewhere around here near the Pratapgarh Fort. King Shivaji, who had a small kingdom during the 1650s, constructed this fort in 1657, the Pratapgarh Fort. During somewhere around that time, the Bijapur kingdom sent an army to Mahabaleshwar to counter the rise of Shivaji Maharaj. Bijapur's army, led by his commander General Afzal Khan, came to Mahabaleshwar, and his army was routed by the Maratha army. The small Maratha army was able to defeat the larger Bijapur army. There is a legend about the fight between Shivaji Maharaj and the General Afzal Khan, in which Afzal Khan was killed and his dead body is somewhere buried in this fort. That legend is very important, and it was that event which led to the expansion of the Maratha Empire, seizing most of the parts of the Bijapur kingdom at that time, which led to the rise of Chatrapati Shivaji and then to the expansion of Maratha Empire to other places of India. So this place and this fort is of huge historical importance for the Maratha Empire and for us as well, for our history, considering our history. Even after that event, a lot of other historical events happened at this place, and one of them is when the British Empire or the British East India Company was fighting the Maratha Empire for the control of India. At around 1818, this fort, Pratapgarh Fort, was surrendered to British East India Company after one of the fights, and that event, that surrender of the fort, was critical for the sustenance of the Maratha Empire, because from this fort a large tract of land could be controlled around here, and the surrender of the fort led to the weakening of the Maratha kingdom or its empire. The fall of the Maratha Empire led to the occupation of most parts of India under British East India Company and then to British Raj. Now about the fort itself, I would say it could have been maintained much better than it is presently. There were some maintenance activities going on there, but I feel that maintenance could be much better considering its historical importance. The things to see in the fort are like the tomb of Afzal Khan, the enemy commander of the Maratha forces. Then there are two temples and you can roam around the fort. It is a huge fort on top of the hill. So those are the things you can see at the fort. Unfortunately for me, I was a bit late coming to this place. I reached at around 5 o'clock or something, and the fort closes at 6. So when I reached the place, they were emptying out the people, so I could not fully indulge in the fort, or rather go to all the places and see all the places at leisure. Now I'm on my way back to Mahabaleshwar, and on this road is a place or a tourist spot or a tourist attraction called Shiv Kaleen Khedegaon. Now I didn't go there and it was a loss, I think. Now this is kind of an artificial village, I think. That's what I read about it from the internet and all that. It depicts the social and cultural landscape or the atmosphere of this area at the time of Shivaji Maharaj or during the 16th century. They have recreated that culture and the society at that artificial village. So that is one place you should visit if you are coming to Mahabaleshwar, if you are going to Pratapgarh fort. Now this is me on the road to proper Mahabaleshwar again. From that place it is about 20 kilometers, and I reached Mahabaleshwar towards the end of the evening by about 6. I took a room and I went for the sightseeing the next day. So I'm going to end this video right about here. This is a preview of my next video vlog, my visit to places, the tourist locations in Mahabaleshwar, and those would be in my next vlog. So as everybody says, if you like this video, then hit that like button. If you would like to support me, then do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because a lot of videos are coming up. Thank you.